The Big Finish sales event is on at Franklin Sussex Auto Mall with tremendous discounts plus extra goodies.
Like new 2018 Jeep Compass Latitudes, just $159 a month. Or new 2017 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs, just $239 a month.
Plus, with every purchase, pick an ornament from our tree for extra savings up to $1,000. So for year-end blockbuster savings, come one, come all. Happy holidays from Franklin Sussex Auto Mall.
Welcome back to the Franklin Sussex Auto Mall, Franklin Sussex Hyundai Sports Beat. I'm your host, Dan Cleary. It's our winter sports preview. Oh, we already did wrestling, we did boys hoops, and now it's time for the girls hoops. As we look at the teams in the area, the big story from last year, no doubt, it was High Point once again winning that thrilling section title against Westwood with the big basket from Tyra Wingle. Then they went out and beat a very good Hanover Park team in the state semifinals before losing to Manasquan for the second year in a row in the States. We'll talk about the Wildcats later in the segment, but that was the story of the year, was the way High Point played. We're going to start off in the Colonial division of the NJAC. Opakon 1-21 last year. Jamie Douglas, the former Opakon star, is trying to get that program going. They beat Wallkill Valley for the lone win. They'll be looking to Jessica Alvarez, Kayla O'Brien, and Gianna Santiago. But, they struggled at Opakon. They only can go up, and I think they will. Wallkill Valley 4-20, new coach. And one of my favorite guys, Earl the Pearl Horniak. Earl was the assistant coach to Eddie Pavin for many years, was a terrific player at Franklin in the late 70s during their heyday when they were winning SCIL titles. Earl's a great guy. He loves basketball. He's a basketball lifer. He's one of the most positive guys you're ever going to meet, and I think he's going to do nice things with this program. Though they lost Katie Bertoa to graduation as well as his daughter, Randy Lynn, but he's got some good kids coming back, and Frankie Chizulo, Lara Vaticapain, Jess Rubel, Bella Ezzo, Emma McGuire. I think they're going to be all right. Fiona Blake will be playing. She had just come off a great basketball field hockey season. I think Earl, with his assistant Megan Tobin and Steph Romano. Megan Tobin, 1,000-point scorer at Opakon. Steph Romano, the softball coach, went to Wallkill Valley. In fact, Earl said the first thing he said to Megan Tobin, he goes, "I covered your dad, Dennis, in high school, and I held him to 35 points. Dennis was a 2,000-point scorer, but I think Wallkill Valley will do all right with Earl at the helm. Sussex Tech coming off one of their best years. They were 12-12, 4-4 in the Colonial division, which was tremendous. Gina Petruzzo, the head coach, but they lost their two top players. Ken Esquire transferred to Pope John. Carly Knoll graduated. She was a 1,000-point scorer, playing soccer at SCCC. But Coach Petruzzo will be looking at Lindsay Koff, Olivia Walls, Isabella Nowicki, and Emily Schroeder to do well. I think the experience they all had from last year, but someone's going to have to step up because last year was Squire and Knoll, probably 80% of the scoring. So we'll see who steps up for Sussex Tech. North Warren 12-13. Jill Masker in her 11th year, former 1,000-point scorer for the Patriots, terrific coach and a terrific player in her day. Second in the Colonial division. Kelly Vuz is back, 1,000-point scorer. She scored 17 points a game. Faith Cately's back. They graduated some very nice players, but they'll be looking at some new players like Maddie Allen and Sophia Kerr to do some nice things, in Shannon Drysdale. She's real excited about the freshmen. But any night you got Kelly Vuz on the floor, she can go for 25 or 30, so they'll have a chance, and I think they'll be fine. Erica Plitt is back as well, and Emily Lubertazzo. So look for North Warren to be very competitive in the division, and it's going to be a competitive division because Kittatinny with Andy Myers back in his second run with the Cougars. Probably now it's almost as many years as he's back for a second time than he was there for the first. I'll have to do the math on that. But Andy Myers, great coach. They won the Colonial last year, no problem. They lost to Pascal Kills. That was a tough draw in the first round of the state, 63-53. They graduated Olivia Manzer, Melissa Shane, and Emma Zazali, three players who were a big part of their back-to-back championships in the Colonial. But they have back one of the top players and scorers, Kelly Insulaco. Madison Smith is a terrific all-around player, and Madison Mayu and Francesca Parati. So they'll build on that. With Insulaco and Smith, I think they're the favorites to win that division. North Warren might give them a run, but I think right now, Kittatinny's still going to be the top dog. They'll play Newton. They'll play High Point outside of the division. Andy Myers always picks up tough games, but I think they'll be the top team in that division. We'll move to the Freedom Division. Vernon, new coach, Dominique Ocello, she was a player at Wayne Hills. Was an assistant last year. Last year, Vernon 3-21. They got almost everyone back from that team. Coming back, Nicole Struble, Maddie DeVries, their top rebounder, Alicia Weslowski, who's terrific down low, and Sam Dolmer, Haley DeBonta, all got time last year. But the key now for Vernon, and also Caitlin Berman, the big key for Vernon, and I follow Vernon. I'm in town. Bree Patterson, who hasn't played the last 2 years due to injuries, she would have started as a freshman. Bree Patterson is a terrific talent. You pop her in there, and if she stays healthy, she can shoot threes, she can handle, rebound. She's a complete player. If Bree stays healthy, Vernon could make that jump from 3 wins to possibly 10. It's not out of the realm. That's how good Patterson is. People haven't seen her play since youth basketball. They'll be impressed with Bree Patterson. And then we moved to Lenape Valley. Colin Murphy last year in his first year, terrific job, 15 wins. He had that great senior class with Rachel Sampson, Alicia Kahn, Taylor Beck, and Danielle DeMazzi. But he has a terrific player back, Grace Connery, who's closing in on 1,000 points. I believe she only needs 10 to get to that mark. But she's a terrific player at guard, 4-year player for them. Carly Tarnowski's back, Lindsay Bisher is back, Tyler Johnson is back, Elisa Kusovic, Skylar Robertson. This is going to be a real solid team. Kyle was a good athlete at Hanover Park and played baseball at Kane, and he's really excited about running the program. And last year, 15 wins. This year, they had the makings with Connery to challenge that, get back in the States, and maybe make a run at battling for second place in the Freedom Division, because obviously High Point is in that division. So that's a look at the Colonial Division and a couple teams in the Freedom. When we come back, we'll look at the rest of the Freedom Division and the America Division right after this.
The Big Finish sales event is on at Franklin Sussex Auto Mall with tremendous discounts plus extra goodies.
Like new 2018 Jeep Compass Latitudes, just $159 a month. Or new 2017 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs, just $239 a month.
Plus, with every purchase, pick an ornament from our tree for extra savings up to $1,000. So for year-end blockbuster savings, come one, come all. Happy holidays from Franklin Sussex Auto Mall.
Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, specializing in public entity risk management, loss control, and self-insured alternatives. Put your trust in Arthur J. Gallagher locally by contacting George Moorville, who served Sussex County schools and municipalities for over 40 years. Arthur J. Gallagher and George Moorville support Sussex County athletes and charities. Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, business without barriers. For more information, call George Moorville at 973-383-3110.
American Federal Mortgage knows shopping for a mortgage can be stressful. They have the lowest rates in the nation with their state-approved lock and loan form. American Federal Mortgage has great customer service to answer your questions and concerns. They will get you into the home of your dreams. For more information, call 888-321-HOUSE or go to njmortgage.com.
Pop, 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 money, money. Pop, 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 money, money, money.
Use your phone to pay your friends. You can even pay the rent. Out to dinner, pay your buddy. Use your phone to pop your money.
Lakeland Banks, pop money, money. Pop, 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 money, money, money.
Pay the sitter, send a gift. It's real easy, you get my drift? You don't need checks, you don't need cash. Use Pop Money, it's so fast.
Lakeland Bank's Pop Money, the easy way to pay people. Pop to it.
Pop, pop, pop.
Commitment to student success is what sets Sussex County Community College apart. Turn your passion into a career and learn from professors who are in the field and rich with experience. Imagine an education with endless possibilities and a campus full of life. Choose a degree or certificate that speaks to your inner self but doesn't have a lasting impact on your finances. Visit our open house on October 14th so that you can get started on a great education. Sussex County Community College. Start here, go anywhere.
You know you love pizza and Italian food. Dominic's Pizzeria and Italian Restaurant has got you covered from one end of the county to the other with 3 great locations. Dominic's, East Clinton Street in Newton, with a brand new dining room. Then there's Dominic's on Munsonhurst Road in Franklin. And the 3rd location is Chesco's, Route 94 South in Newton. All 3 locations offer simply great food. Dominic's in Newton, 383-9330. Dominic's in Franklin, 209-1007 and Chesco's 383-2840.
Eastern Propane remains dedicated to our founding principles of personalized service, quality products, and exceptional technical expertise. We offer comprehensive, single-source solutions including the planning, design, installation, and ongoing maintenance of your propane gas systems and appliances. Our friendly delivery technicians provide you with safe and efficient deliveries, ensuring uninterrupted propane service. Whether your needs are large or small, Eastern Propane offers more ways to serve you better.
United Water is now Suez, safe, clean water for the communities they serve.
The Big Finish sales event is on at Franklin Sussex Auto Mall with tremendous discounts plus extra goodies.
Like new 2018 Jeep Compass Latitudes, just $159 a month. Or new 2017 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs, just $239 a month.
Plus, with every purchase, pick an ornament from our tree for extra savings up to $1,000. So for year-end blockbuster savings, come one, come all. Happy holidays from Franklin Sussex Auto Mall.
Welcome back to the Franklin Sussex Auto Mall, Franklin Sussex Hyundai Sports Beat. I'm Dan Cleary coming to you from the Auto Mall parking lot. We are doing our winter preview, and we're doing girls hoops right now, and we're talking about the Freedom Division. Last year, Hackettstown had a very nice year in the Freedom Division. They won 18 games, but Caitlin Nichols and Lisa Katutis will be back for them, and they lost Nicole Ivan. But this is a very good team. They made that great run to the section final. They lost to Hanover Park. They have a new coach, Bill Neiman. Bill was a longtime coach in Morris Hills. Terrific background there. So Coach Neiman stepping into Hackettstown, that's a good get for the Tigers, and I think he'll do some nice things there. Also in the Freedom Division, Newton 16-10 last year for Whitney Dugan. They're only a few years removed from making that great run. They won the section title, beating High Point. Then they went down and they lost to Manasquan as well in the Group 2 finals. But she's got some real nice players back, and in her 6th season, she's got 73 wins. Whitney's done a great job. Last year, they lost to New Milford in the first round of states. Losing to graduation, Jazz Luciani, who was a terrific player for them for 4 years, Courtney McHale and Irely Ferguson. But coming back, Caitlin Lynch is a double-double waiting to happen. She's terrific. Jade Luciani's back. Maddie Leonardo could shoot threes. Jenny Boyer missed some time last year, but she's a terrific point guard. She's back. And Olivia O'Brien is back, as well as Davis Ann Boyd, Olivia Buckley, and Emily Pappas, and a promising freshman, Maddie Gore, who's got some nice size. Coach Whitney Dugan, very excited about this team. I think they can challenge in that Freedom Division, maybe give High Point a little bit of a run, but I think this is going to be a good team. They're going to be fun to watch. They're very young, and I think they'll be probably the second best team in the division. I think they'll be able to handle the Vernons, Lenape Valley, as well as Hackettstown, and those teams in the division, but High Point being the cream of the crop. But Whitney Dugan does a great job with that program, and watch them. They're going to get better as the year goes on, and they might have a chance to improve on those 16 wins from a year ago. And then we got High Point, the best team in the area for one of the best teams for the last 11 years. If they weren't the best team, they were the second best team behind like a Jefferson, during that run. Chris Dexter, 326 wins. They were 26-4 last year. We capped it at the beginning, making that run to the state final, losing to Manasquan. They lost some kids to graduation, but the core of that team is back. Casey Langenbach graduated. She was the only starter that graduated. But you look at this, who they had back. You start with Margot Peterson, the Player of the Year, tremendous player, 1,000-point scorer, 20 points a game, 7 boards. She's going to play at Siena. She just does it all. Great to watch her play. Emily Mulvoy's back. One of the most underrated players in the area, I think, folks, because all those years, you had Maddie Smith, who's up at Holy Cross, and Margot. Emily Mulvoy is a very good player, folks, and she's going to, I think, really open up a lot of eyes this year. Tricia Peterson, terrific year last year, 9 points, 6 boards. She's going to play at Montclair State. Tyra Wingle, one of the best athletes around. Great in field hockey, great in basketball, or I think her ticket is going to be track and field. She's back, does it all. She had a great run in the States last year. She got that game winner, and she had a couple of big baskets against Hanover Park, so look for her to do well. Then you have Morgan and Madison Smolin. Both were key contributors last year. They're just going to be even better. Julianne Mangano is going to be back. Brittany Hill, now here's a kid on a lot of other programs, probably would have been starting as a freshman. That's how good she is. I remember watching her play on the youth level. Look for Brittany Hill to step in, and she's going to be a terrific player for High Point. And Elena Bubalo, who's another kid who I saw on the youth level that's coming in as a freshman, and she's going to really fill out this lineup. This team is loaded for bear. Just when you don't think they're going to get better, they get better. They're athletic. They can shoot. They can defend. Look for them to run away with the Freedom Division. Look for them to get to the section final again. They'll see some good teams. Jefferson will be in there as well. But I think High Point has a very good chance to win their 11th straight, which is amazing, conference title. Goes all the way back to the SCIL. Chris Dexter, just an amazing job. And I think they're going to be one of the top Group 2 teams in the state, the High Point Wildcats. Let's move to the American Division. Real quick, Mount Olive's going to look to bounce back this year after winning 4 games. Alyssa Borzon, Gina Verone, Olivia Timmerman's all good athletes. Look for the Marauders to get better. Morris Hill's always tough. Victoria Apizao, she's back. And the Scarlet Knights won 9 games last year. Pope John, last year 17-10 after they graduated that terrific senior class. But they're going to have to rebuild. They lost a lot of kids to graduation. Caitlin Fitzmaurice is being one of them. Megan Falk, she had graduated a couple years ago. Kristen Spetz, Alyssa Aragona, Maggie Miller. This is a great bunch of seniors that were a big part of John Slackman building this program back up. But they're gone. The only key returner is Morgan Heller, who's a terrific player, but a huge newcomer, Kenneth Squire. Kenneth Squire in 2 seasons, over 1,000 points, has a chance to get maybe 2,000 career points. She's only a junior. Competition, though, that Pope John plays as opposed to Sussex Tech, it's a little bit of a step up. No knock on Tech. Will she be able to do all that scoring for Pope John? We'll find out. She's a terrific player regardless. Julia Barricato back, Sarah Sachs. This is going to be a rebuilding year for Pope John. If they get to 17 wins again, that's a tremendous job by Coach Slackman. So we'll see how far they go with Heller, who's a terrific all-around player, and Squire. Sparta, last year, great finish to the season. They went 17-9. They battled right to the very end. They beat Pope John at home, which allowed Jefferson to win that division. Kathy Willie did a great job. She was our Coach of the Year in her 6th season. They beat West Milford in the States, and then they lost by 2 to a very good Ramapo team. They got almost everyone back. They lost Jackie Dowd, Beth Lang, who's playing at Nichols College, and Emily Lake. But the core of this team's back. They're big, they're athletic, and they play well as a team. No superstar. They work the ball around, but they play so well. Paige Smith, Erin Walsh, Erin Scott, Tatiana Esteva Ingram, Brianna Falco, terrific 3-sport athlete, and Emily Dilger coming off a great soccer season. She's terrific down low. This Sparta team, and it gets even better because Ireland Kofrancesco just transferred in, and she played at Pope John, gives them another ball handler. So this Sparta team, I think, has a possibility to make a run to win the division. I really do. I say right now, them and Jefferson are the favorites to win the division, and those should be 2 great battles when they go against the Falcons. So Sparta, with their depth and athleticism, is going to be a tough out. And Jefferson, 23-5 last year, won the American Division. James McDermott, you never want to be the guy that replaces a legend unless you're James McDermott. He replaced Jim O'Connor, who in his last year had the Falcons with a great run to the state finals. James McDermott has stepped in. He's won 82 games in his 4 seasons. They lost to Westwood in a tough one on the road last year in the North 1 Group 2 semifinals. Won the American Division. They graduated some key players. Ashley Hutchinson, a 4-year player for them. But they got back Taylor Langen, who was our we had 2 players a year in Morris County, Liz Stramby from Morristown and Taylor Langen from Jefferson. She's back. She's going to go to Colgate after originally committing to Delaware. 18 points a game, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. She does it all. Her and Margot Peterson, 2 of the top players, not just around here, but in the state of New Jersey, in my opinion. Also, Victoria Pietrowicz, who did a great job last year. She supplied a lot of punch for them. She had 7 points, 4 boards a game. Nicole Lemieux is back. Shelby Murowinski, she's developing as a post player, and she's a defensive force back there. Also, they have some good young kids coming in. Jocelyn Rock is a senior, but she saw time last year. Emily Peretti, Tricia Orlandani, and Gabrielle Maffei. So James McDermott, great team. You build around, obviously, Taylor Langen and Shelby Murowinski continues to improve. And you got Pietrowicz and Lemieux, who are terrific athletes. This Jefferson team, along with Sparta, I believe, the favorites in the American division. And Jefferson, I think, can make another run. They lost in the county finals last year, Morris County finals to Morristown, I think. And Morristown's going to be good again this year. I think Jefferson will be in the mix for that and a section title as well, along with High Point, that tough section. But it's going to be a lot of fun to watch Taylor Langen play this year for the Falcons. So there it is, folks. Wrestling, boys basketball, girls basketball, all the previews you want. Again, want to thank Orr's Clothes for Country Living for sponsoring the wrestling segment. And we'll have more here on the Sports Beat right after this.
The Big Finish sales event is on at Franklin Sussex Auto Mall with tremendous discounts plus extra goodies.
Like new 2018 Jeep Compass Latitudes, just $159 a month. Or new 2017 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs, just $239 a month.
Plus, with every purchase, pick an ornament from our tree for extra savings up to $1,000. So for year-end blockbuster savings, come one, come all. Happy holidays from Franklin Sussex Auto Mall.